It's about 5 a.m. and I'm just now arriving to the airport. From what I can remember, I had to catch 2 Spirit flights to get to the DR because, of course, I waited the last minute to book a flight from when I had changed my date the first time. It was a little bit stressful because they tried telling me my bag was too heavy, and if it didn't fit under the seat, which it did, my second flight, I had to rebook another flight. Luckily, the ladies was nice enough when she saw me open up my bag and saw nothing but surgery supplies. She just let me go ahead and get through with my bag. I was so relieved because I was super stressed out already, considering that I'm going to the DR, somewhere I've never been, and I'm trying to get my surgery. I didn't have no time to play around.
Don't believe in the hype. Baby, I promise real life I'm not your type. Stay on my way, only thing I can advise. I give you 1 minute to change my mind. Before I decide I'ma waste your time. Think about is you really down for the ride? Tell me right now, nigga, is you really ready to dedicate your life?
Once I actually landed at Santo Domingo Airport, I was kind of relieved. Getting through customs was a little bit annoying because it was super long. But once I got to the front, it was really easy. They never asked me anything about how much money I brought or anything that I had going on. They kind of just asked my name and where was I going. I said Airbnb and they let me right through, so it was nothing to worry about. Yuri, she was so nice. She came and picked me up, and then we just headed our way to the recovery home. In the car on the way there, I met my new friend. She was super nice, super excited. We're both going to the same doctor. My first impression of the DR, it kind of reminded me of Cancun. And I know that's just because it's a third world country, but I did feel safe once we pulled up to the recovery home. It was like in a gated community almost. The staff was very nice. No one really spoke English except for Yuri, so be prepared to use your Google Translate, which wasn't a really big deal because everyone there was patient. They were also using translators on their phone, so it wasn't really a big deal. The night before, all we focused on was paying our tab with Yuri, eating dinner, and getting ready for the next day, which was our pre-op appointment. During these appointments, meet your doctor. Once I went in the room, they basically asked me what did I want, how did I want to look, did I have wish pics, and then right after that, we paid, and then we went to go do our labs. They didn't waste no time. Once our labs were completed, the driver took us to Casa Colombia, which is where we will be getting our fajas for surgery day. So we just went in there, picked out the ones that the doctor prescribed. We didn't get to choose which faja we wanted. They told us which one we had to get. Stopped by the grocery store to Western Union ourselves a little bit more money. I brought $8,000 and I ended up sending myself $200 more. This is everything I brought with me the night before: toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, some pads, my faja, my paperwork, and I did end up bringing my phone and my charger and my iPad because you're going to be there for 24 hours, so you're definitely going to get bored. We were so excited, we basically got no sleep. They told us we had to be there at 5 a.m., so we woke up at 3:30. Once we were there, I was so excited. I felt nothing but adrenaline. I didn't care about nothing. I was ready to go. I did end up going second, so I was able to go back to sleep for a little bit, and I did end up seeing my roomie come right out of surgery. She came right to the back where I was still laying. At this point, you couldn't tell me nothing. I hadn't already came this far. As soon as I woke up from surgery, where is my phone? Let me see what my body looked like right now. I was so hungry, I couldn't eat anything until the next day, which was morning time. They ended up giving us juice, a sandwich, pulled our catheter out, and the driver was there to pick us up, which I could have never been more happy because I was starving.
Knocked out on the table, baby. One side of my stomach is a little flatter than the other. I don't know.
The rest of my days at the recovery home were pretty chill. Just consisted of medicine, shots, fresh juice, and really good food. The entire time, I was loving the food. A lot of people in the group chat was saying they didn't like the food. I am not picky at all. I love the food. Every single meal that they made us, I was tearing up. I didn't even play around with the food. The timing of my BBL surgery was very unfortunate. It was the first day of school, and I chose going to the DR to get a BBL instead of being at school. So when I did finally come back to school, I had a lot of catching up to do because I missed class almost every day. But I did take my iPad, so I was able to do my homework, but I hadn't met any of my teachers. I hadn't been able to get attendance really, or just be there for any events going on in my school. I tried to knock all that work out. I was right back outside soon after. A lot of people probably have been wondering where I've been. This is exactly where I've been at. SAE Institute, it's a school for music, film, and business in the industry. As you can see, every room in this school is either a studio, a live band room, a booth, a mix and master room, a podcast room. So I just took you guys along with me so you can get a sneak peek of what's going on at SAE.
Pick up my phone, leave a message for tone. Make sure you watch your tone. Got nothing to say, so leave me alone. 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 I'm not in the mood to pick up my phone. Leave me alone. Leave a message for tone. Leave me alone. Make sure you watch your tone. Leave me alone. Say so, leave me alone. 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 Tryna get in my zone, bad bitch, I meant to be shown. I'm not the one for you, how could I be so dumb? I should've known. Here for a good time, not a long time, baby, if the truth be told. Truth be told, born where my heart is cold. Falling apart, said you in love, but how do you know? If you here to break my heart, then let me know, cause I gotta go. Put the blame on me.
I actually enrolled in this school to just help me with my own music career, but I'm glad that I came and did it the professional route, because I did end up learning a lot more stuff than I ever intended to. For example, the class I'm in right now is game audio production.
In the meantime, how's everybody else? Everybody feeling okay?
But like I said, I was right back outside.
Yep, you got the sheet.
My best friend went and got a BBL not too long after I got back, so it was really cool, and I was super happy to go with her because she went at the perfect time right when I went on break. So you know we was out there having a blast, and I had to make sure my girl was right because it's our time to shine, okay? Her experience is not too much different from mine, considering that we were in Miami instead of the Dominican Republic. The only difference is we drove to Miami. Getting an Airbnb turned out to be the best option because we were able to drive to our pre-op appointments, post-op, grocery store. So at this point, I've already dropped her off to get her surgery, and I'm kind of just preparing the room before she comes back by laying down dog pads, because when she comes back, she's going to be bleeding everywhere. So we wanted to make sure we ain't getting charged for no blood on the sheets. We put our own sheets on the bed. We had our supplies ready. A few hours before we needed to get groceries, we had already put in a pickup order at Publix, so that made it really easy. My friend did have one request, which was Panera soup, cheddar and broccoli. So I made sure to go grab that for her before it was time to pick her up. Every store in Miami was in some type of parking deck. That was the only thing that was a little odd. And perfect timing. As I'm waiting on the soup, they call and say she's ready to get picked up. So I just picked up the soup, and then they call me and say, oh, can you come at 11? It's 10:30. It's 30 minutes away. I had to wait 15 minutes for the soup because they didn't have any. So I'm just putting the groceries in the trunk so she can get in here. I still need to get her a blanket from Ross, which I'm probably still gonna get right now since Ross is only a few minutes away. So I just put pads on the floor, the plastic, and let's go. And right when I'm going to pick her up, what the fuck is that? The bridge? I've never seen this ever. I didn't even know Miami had bridges like this. What is the purpose of the bridge? Is it boats going by? But basically, y'all, we gonna get there a little 5 minutes late. They called me, honestly, right at 10:30. It was like, come at 11. So this is the next day at post-op. I didn't have time to film once I picked her up because it was honestly a lot going on. If you're unfamiliar, post-op is usually the day right after surgery. They want you to come back to the clinic so they can check your incisions and make sure you don't have an infection and just overall check on you, make sure you're doing good. So we just made sure to go up there because they never called and said what time we were supposed to come. So when we get up there, there's nobody in here. Oh. Why are we hearing there's no one here? No wonder the phone's fucking ringing like that. Where are they on fucking break? So we ended up being on the wrong floor. Post-op appointments usually don't take that long, so we were only there for about 45 minutes, if anything. Then we went right back to the Airbnb for the first massage. While she's getting her massage, I'm just pouring peroxide on her blood stains. That's the quickest way to get the stains out. But eventually, I did end up going to the laundromat because this kind of got tiring and it wasn't really cleaning it all the way.
I'm just a girl to be in my feelings. They say it's lonely to top, I've got waiting. Don't know if you with me and I got tunnel vision, so it ain't no telling. When this shit go down, I hang with them gangsters, so you know it ain't no telling. One thing about myself, I guess you could say I'm selfish. Quick to be cool off a bitch, new phone, who this? Hell no, can't help it. I'm so sick of these bitch, my sneeze on the whole day until God bless you. I dare you try this shit, got a lot on my mind when I count my blessings. Girl, I'm just a girl to be in my feelings. They say it's lonely at the top, I forgot that I'm waiting. Don't know if you with me and I got tunnel vision, so it ain't no telling. When this shit go down, I hang with them gangsters, so you know it ain't no telling. Girl.
Preparing the bed before she gets ready to lay down after her massage. I tried to tape them to the bed just because, you know, every time she moved, they kept falling off the bed. But I'm not really sure if this worked, so don't really try that because it didn't really do anything. This is me trying to soak the faja, get it real clean and get all the blood out. Like I said, I did end up going to the laundromat, which was only 1 minute away. Really easy. I just ended up washing it because even though the stains were out and I hand washed it, nobody wants to sit there and have a BBL smell. Yes, the smell is a real thing, but it's literally only probably the first week of surgery, then the smell goes away. It's because your incisions, you're bleeding. I had to go on a walk while I was in Miami. It just felt so good. And I ran into these group of roosters. They were so cute. They were just following each other all down the block. Before we hit this 10-hour drive back home, we had to hit Marshall's, see what Miami Marshall's talking about. We're finding little stuff. I found this. Look at what I found. She's over here looking for a Von Dutch bag. That one is so cute. Let me look over here again. They have a lot of them, y'all. Like, this one's not my type. They just have so much shit in here. They have a pink one. Over, yeah, in the back. Somebody's hiding it. They should have did a better job. Let me see. Oh my God. I told you, motherfuckers, India just found this in the cut, like way back there. I told you, motherfuckers be hiding shit. Yeah, I definitely have to get it now. Cause what?
Yeah, we found two.
We found two, y'all. It's only two left. We were having a real bestie moment at this point. She wanted this bag so bad, and I had found it. And I was like, you can have it, you can have it. Why did she end up finding the same exact bag? So we were able to twins, and now we got the same purse.
Kind of two different, I think.
Let me double check. See, good thing we spent back, bitch, because what? We over here like, let's check again. As soon as I was able to go back to work, that's exactly where I was at, making sure I made that money right back. Yes, the BBL effect is real. Don't listen to nobody but me. Go get that BBL. You will not regret it. Since January 1st, I've damn near been outside every day. Yes, I got my faja on underneath. Don't get it confused. But we is still turned outside, okay? Everybody keep asking what I've been on. I barely know myself. I can barely remember. But I still been making sure I go to work and get that bag.
VDV got it. Yeah.
Y'all, I don't have like a chatty personality. You like me? Throw that shit. Fuck. What is we talking about? Nothing. We can talk after you throw that fucking movie. Have you guys ever traveled to dance like outside of where you live? Because I've been thinking about traveling maybe to dance. Now that I have a BBL. The fuck? We trying to get it. Everybody's over here wondering like, it's messy, y'all. I stay out the mess. You know what I'm saying?
If you're a real bitch like me, you're gonna say what the fuck you gotta say, and then when you see hoes in person, they don't like that shit. The hate, it just eats them up, like, you know? That much. Hold on. And now I got a new body. I'm trying to work at a new club. Like, what we talking about?
Like I said, sis, listen to me. Almost every day looks like this when I go to work. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have to stress about ever going to work, not making the house fee, never going to work, not making a lot of money. Even though every day is not like $1,000 type day, I have more good days than I have bad days. So get the BBL. Don't listen to the haters. Do what you trying to do, which is be the baddest you can be and get to that money. He was capping.